Alright, GMC Denali 717 here. I'm going to do a video on 5 things I love about my 2008 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Alright, so the first thing I love about this truck is the engine. It's got the L92. It's a Gen 4 Vortec 6.2 liter V8. It's all aluminum. And it makes 403 horsepower and 417 pound-feet of torque. I love the way this engine sounds. It's not really aggressive, choppy, lopey like a can V8, but I still love the way it sounds. Yeah, I love the way that sounds. And also with this engine, I just love the performance of it. It's just a naturally aspirated V8, 6.2 liter. It doesn't have that much power, but for a stock truck in 2008, it makes a pretty decent amount of power. Also, I love how this engine, it's an LS engine. It is a Vortec, but it's a branch off the LS family. So even if that horsepower and torque number ain't enough, these engines are so easy to modify to pull a lot more power out of. They're great engines to modify, and you can do them for not that high of a price. The second thing I love about this truck is the suspension. Being that it's a Denali, it comes standard with the Z60 high performance suspension package. Now, I know a lot of truck guys won't like this because it's not really a high suspension, it's lower to the ground, and it's more of a performance oriented suspension. But I love it. This is my style of truck. Lower to the ground sport truck. Now, when you're driving this truck with this suspension, it doesn't torque you while you're driving. It does feel pretty decent, but it's also not the smoothest, most comfortable riding truck. But this is a performance-oriented suspension, so that's to be expected. But handling, going around corners, it feels nice, it feels very stable, it handles really good. This truck also handles pretty well at high speed, despite being a pickup truck. So the third thing I love about this truck is the exterior styling. Now, I do prefer Onyx Black. This is Silver Birch Metallic, but I still think it looks great. I love the way the front end looks. I love the way the side looks. I know it's not really stanced, but I love the way it looks. Just overall, the exterior styling is nice. And I personally love the chrome. The big chrome grille, the chrome wheels, chrome door handles, running boards, body side moldings, and I even love the running boards. I love the way that looks on the truck. In my opinion, it's not the best, but I do really overall love the way this truck looks. I think GM did a pretty good job with it. The fourth thing I love about this truck is the interior. Now, it's not the most high-tech interior, but overall I think it looks really nice. The seats are really comfortable. They don't have a lot of side bolstering to hold you in, but this is more of a luxury truck than a performance truck, although it is a pretty nice sporty truck. The radio, it's not very high tech, but it's got the color touch radio, it's got navigation, it's got Sirius XM. It's pretty nice. Also, of course, it's got OnStar, standard on Denali. This truck also has a power sunroof, which I love. And it even has a power sliding rear window. Also, with this interior, this truck has a column shifter, which I love, rather than having a rotary dial or a console shifter. The only way I would want something other than a column shifter is if it had a manual transmission then a floor or console shifter would be nice. But other than that, I love the fact that it's got a column shifter. And also, something I love, this truck has a key for the ignition. I know a lot of people, they love the push button start, but I hate that. I love the feeling of being able to put the key in the ignition and turning it to start the engine. Overall, this is not the best, most high-tech interior, but in my honest opinion, I do really like it. The fifth thing I love about this truck is the transmission. It is only a 6-speed because it's the 6L80, but rather than a 4L78, a 4-speed automatic, I do like the 6-speed. Now, doing a top speed run at wide open throttle, it will top out in 4th gear instead of 6th, but the way this transmission is tuned, other than that, it's a great transmission. So that was 5 things I love about my 2008 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Overall, I think it is a pretty great truck. I think GM did a good job on it.